Cara,
Hi.
welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to have you as well. You're really inspiring, Cara, and I really want to go deep into your journey today because you're 21 years old.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in this industry for quite a few years already.
Yeah, 5
and
years.
you've had some highs and lows, and I'm going to go heavy on the fucking lows, right? We're not even going to deny that.
Yeah.
So we'll go into the story, but
Yeah.
let's first start with, how did you get into the industry? You know, what inspired you to join this industry?
So I was 16 at the time, 5 years ago, and I worked in a chippy actually, and I was not about working with food. That was not for me. So I thought, right, I saw this job come up, and it was actually my mum's lash tech at the time. And she basically, after the first lockdown, kind of wanted to just jump into aesthetics, leave lashes behind. So she wanted someone to come into her salon and basically take over her lash clients. So I went in for a chat and I thought, do you know what? This sounds like a bit of me. So did the course with her and basically just dove in deep then. But obviously lockdown number 2 came, which we didn't expect. We thought it was all going to come back open. And then I kind of took a back seat on the lashes, was just practicing on mum, sisters, friends, family, and then became basically a PA for the salon whilst also building my skills in lashes at the same time. It kind of just spiraled from there. But yeah, it's been a bit of a wild ride.
Yeah, we're going to go into that
least.
as well. So you're 16, you're working in a chipping.
Yeah.
Somebody comes along and says, you know, like, oh, I'm looking for someone who's going to
Yeah.
take over my lash client base because I want to go into aesthetics. And you're like, oh my God, this sounds like me. So you do the training, you enjoy it, right? So you enjoyed lashes from the get-go.
Yeah.
Did you go straight into classic or did you do classic and Russian?
Yeah, I did the both.
Did both of them?
Yeah, I just jumped straight in.
Perfect. So as this starts to unfold and you've left the chippy, you're doing this like the clients and things like that for this lady, your kind of experience at this point started to change a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
What was your experience? Because you said you started to become a bit of a PA. Tell me about that.
So obviously originally I signed up to do the lashes and do the clients, and then with COVID and everything, it kind of just slipped into a PA role. So at the time it was appealing because it was more of a wage instead of, obviously when your clients come in you get paid. So I was kind of like, yeah, I'll do it. But it quickly took a turn and it was more, well, less of a PA role and more of like general jobs. So it turned from just working in the salon to working for her personally, I'd say, which at 16 I didn't see a problem with. But as you get older and you look back and you're like, maybe that wasn't great. Maybe I shouldn't have been doing some of the stuff that I was doing, as it wasn't just the role. It was more personal jobs for her.
Okay, give me some examples.
One time I painted her living room, or I was walking her dog, like I was helping her tidy her house, like stuff like that, like helping her get her car insurance sorted, like general day-to-day tasks that you do on your own. I was slipping into helping her do that instead of building my business and working for the business.
So
instead.
when she got you on board initially, she obviously giving you your training. Was you employed at this point or self-employed?
Self-employed, yeah. So I was self-employed, and then I went, I can't really say employed because I was never like pension and everything
books,
but
right.
I'd got that set wage
you
from her,
hourly.
every week. But it just kind of got a bit extreme where it was 6 a.m. get-ups to post on the socials, and then late nights working on content or whatever else I needed to do, and it just kind of got heavy for a 16-year-old.
So she was requesting you to wake up at 6 a.m. to post on socials,
so,
walk a dog, clean a house, paint a living room.
Yeah, so obviously I weren't painting a living room every day.
No, of
but
course.
it was like a one-off, and it was like, oh well, you need to wake up at 6 to do my socials, and then you can go back to sleep and then come to work for 8 or 9. But at the time as well, I didn't drive, so it was like balancing like getting 2 buses to the salon because it wasn't around the corner, and it was a lot at 16. I was basically running her socials, running her appointments, running the salon, like anything to do with the salon. I remember one day I was sat in all day waiting for the internet people to come and install internet, and they never turned up. And it was like, I was just waiting there all day. At 16, I didn't know what to even say when they came in. Like, I've never dealt with anyone like that. I didn't have my own home. I didn't have kids. I didn't have anything. So it was a lot of pressure to run that on my own, basically.
So when lockdown ended then, did those kind of jobs that you was being asked to do, like walking the dog and whatnot, did they all come to an end, or was you brought back into the salon and expected to kind of do both?
Yeah, it kind of just all moulded into one. So we were very close, and so I would regularly like go back to her house, or because the dog was at the salon a lot, and he was lovely. I love dogs, like I am a dog person, so that doesn't bother me. But it was a lot of like extras, like run to the shop for me, do this for me, do that for me, and I was constantly getting taxis everywhere, and it was a lot, and it didn't really end with COVID. But to be fair, I wasn't there long after. Okay. I thought this needs to end, and I need to get out, and I need to do my own thing. Okay,
so tell me about how that came to light then.
So it was kind of a bit of an explosive end, to be fair.
Yeah, it's probably going to be in that kind of situation, isn't it?
So it was a big complication over her wanting me to stay at her house whilst she was away. And obviously being 16, I had to consult my parents. My parents weren't happy with it. She wasn't keen on that idea, and it kind of just all came to a head. Okay. But I'd been getting to that point of wanting to leave anyway, because I'd said to her, like, listen, I don't want to be doing these hours for someone else's business, to put it lightly. Like, I wanted to put the hours into my business. Like, I'm so determined, and I wanted to build the Lashes, and it was getting to the point where it was, you can't put this client in without checking with me first, because I might need you, and that didn't sit right with me. I was there to build Lash clients, not to build.
And she hadn't employed you to do lashing. Exactly, you were self-employed.
Exactly.
So am I right in saying that, like, what she said was, when you finished doing a client, for example, you couldn't rebook that client?
Yeah, so I had to check. I wasn't keen on that, so I did.
So tell me what she asked you then, just so everyone is clear.
So she'd just say, before you book a client in, just check with me if I need you first, because I might need you for X, Y, and Z. Admin for the salon or whatever it may be.
So if a lash client finished with you, they'd come to the desk and you'd be like, I need to go and
check first. So it was
you were self-employed, right?
Yeah. So it was like, it was hard because we were on a commission split at the time. I didn't pay rent for the room. It was a commission split. So it was hard getting that balance of, because I was so quiet when I first started Lashes as well, and I didn't want to upset anyone, and I didn't want to say no to this client, sorry, I can't book you in, but then I didn't want to go and tell my boss and say, but I've booked someone in. So I was kind of stuck thinking...
Do you know what really pisses me off about that is that, and this is like 101 of how not to be a fucking boss.
Yeah.
What she was doing was, and listen, she only did what she knew was best at the time. I'm not like directly calling her out or anything like that. I don't know who she is. But what she was doing was saying, you're self-employed, but actually you're employed.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
Yeah, it was
Employ
that
them
middle
or don't.
ground. Yeah.
If they're self-employed, give them freedom. Like, it's like that. It's the salon owners who are like, that you're self-employed, so I don't have to pay your national insurance. I don't have to pay your annual leave. Yeah. However, I'm going to treat you like an employee. I'm going to tell you when you can work. I'm going to tell you when you can't work. I'm going to tell you what you can do, what you can't do. And listen, there's boundaries and things like that. Like, I have a huge team 100%. Of self-employed people, but it's that they want the best of both worlds. And you was, you was new to the industry, you was quite young, you was quiet, and she was really shaping your experience of the industry 100%. Where you're like, sorry, my client, I can't rebook you in because I need to speak to my boss, like you just said, my boss who actually isn't my boss because she's not fucking paying me. She's not, you know what I mean?
There was a
great on my titties.
There was a crossover between the PA role and the self-employed role, and that was the problem. Like, there needed to be more separation. So, hindsight, we should have turned around and said, listen, I don't know, Fridays, you do your clients.
Yes.
I'll have you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. Boundaries. But Friday, you do your clients. And that would have worked so much better. I mean, I'm not saying she was this horrific person, and I am so glad that experience happened because that shaped me into who I am now. Like, that wouldn't happen now. It gave me a backbone. It really grew me into the person I am now. So I'm glad it happened. But at the time, it was like a weight on my shoulders.
I agree.
Definitely.
And you know what? It's really important to talk about because I'm very passionate about young people coming into the beauty industry.
Definitely.
And initially, when young people come into the beauty industry, their initial experiences determine whether they stay or not.
100%.
And if they come along and they have these experiences where they go and do full day trials or multiple day trials and not even getting paid for it, or they've got, somebody, their salon owner saying, go and walk my dog or paint my front room. They're so unlikely to stay. And that's dangerous.
Definitely.
This is an incredible industry that I'm very passionate about, and it's really shit bosses who can stop it from growing and stop people from coming into it.
It can hinder your whole experience and just make you want to stop. 100%.
Absolutely. So So let's talk, right, so this came to an end,
Yeah.
right? What was your path then? Because it gets worse.
Stop it, honestly. So at that point, my parents were super, super supportive and said, right, come work from home. So I basically had a whole rebrand at that point. I was Lashes by Cara, and I thought, that doesn't work with me anymore. That's too generic. I want something me. So I sat there and I was brainstorming, and I thought, I landed on Enrich Beauty, and I thought, that's it. I was like, I don't know why that's it. I don't know how it came to me. I was like, that is a bit of me. Like, I'm having it. So I converted, we had like a garden shed already that had electric in it and everything like that. So completely ripped that out and worked from there.
Amazing.
So was in there for about, I want to say a year, until I moved into the house just so it was a bit cooler. That's the one thing with the garden sheds, like, in summer they were killer, like they get so hot. But yeah, so then I moved inside. I worked from home for, I think, 2 years. Flew by.
Yeah.
Absolutely flew by. But that was a crazy 2 years, because in that 2 years of moving from home, that was when my anxiety got really bad. Really bad. And I've always had anxiety since, as long as I can remember. Like, I remember having panic attacks when I was 7. Like, I have always had this. But this was like the breaking point where I thought, right, I need help. I need to go and speak to someone, and I need to sort this out, because it's affecting my life now. So went to therapy and basically was told, this is how your brain works, and you're not going to change it. You just need to live with it. So it was
10 out of 10 to that therapist. Jesus.
So I was like, great, let's do this. So the options were medication or more therapy. So I thought, right, I want to try it without the medication. I want to just push and see how far I get. So exposure therapy was the best for me. Talking therapies didn't work. They just personally, I know they work for some people, they didn't work for me. Exposure therapy, literally throwing myself in the deep end. Any situation that I didn't want to be in, I threw myself into it, because that was my best option.
Love that.
And that was the only way I could overcome my anxiety. Like, it was about months and months I didn't want to leave my house. Like, luckily I work from home, so that did help. But it really put my business on a back burner. I was not pushing for new clients. I was not showing up on my Instagram. I was scraping by on the clients that knew me and would just come back religiously every 2 to 3 weeks. Weren't bothered if I was chatty or, a bit quiet. They knew me, so they were all right. I just didn't. Anytime I got a new client, on the off chance, even though I weren't pushing my business, the stress and the anxiety beforehand, it would just go through the roof. And I thought, I've built this for a year, 2 years already. I'm not giving up now. I need to get better. And then I got with my current boyfriend, and he was so supportive. And I thought, I'm not just fighting for me anymore. I'm fighting for us. I'm fighting for my business. This needs to change. And that was when it just...
You made a decision.
I did it.
Question: when you eventually left the old place, was there any comeback from that in terms of, like, I don't know, did you feel like she was watching you or getting negative comments? Was anything happening after you left that contributed to you feeling anxious about putting yourself out there, or was that not the case? I'm just genuinely interested to know if... I
mean, maybe, but maybe not consciously. Maybe it was in the back of my mind.
Okay.
The thought of, oh gosh,
if I post this, she might see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think she knew how well I'd do in the industry, and I don't know if that was intimidating, or because I would tell her, I would, say, that doesn't work, or I don't agree with that. And, I think it was a bit intimidating. But to be fair, we kind of just parted ways. Okay. Went in our own directions and haven't really spoke since.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I just wanted to say, because there's a lot of people out there that leave salons and they become so obsessed with the salons that they've left, or vice versa. Somebody, like, they leave a salon, and the salon owner becomes so obsessed with what they're doing, like, like that fucking stalking your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I get it. I do get it, because it's that ego's taking a hit and whatever, but there's never any value.
Yeah.
Or there's never anything good that comes from continuously checking in on someone that you don't fucking like.
Exactly.
Like,
it's just draining your energy.
Exactly.
It's not
So I was intrigued to know, was that something you experienced, and did that add to your anxiety? Because I know there's people out there that have left a salon, but they're stalking the salon owner, or the salon owner has had someone leave and they're stalking them to see what they're doing, how well they're doing, what they're performing, like what they're posting, and stop.
Yes, you need to stop. It's not helping you.
Stop, jeez.
Definitely. No,
it's
it doesn't
form
help.
Of self-harm.
Well, exactly. It doesn't help, and you need to just detach yourself and walk away. Now Absolutely. You're on your path.
Yeah, listen to fucking Cara if you don't listen to me. Okay, cool. So I want to just go into a little bit of this therapy as well, because I'm quite interested in this. So it's really funny to me. talking therapy, you know, works for some people.
Yeah.
I think that talking therapy has got a place for sure. But for how long do we continue talking about the problem and expect the problem to disappear?
Yeah.
I feel like talking therapy needs to be done as a form of, let's get this out, let's get this off my chest, let's tell this person what I'm going through, let's discuss this, let's break this down.
Yeah.
But then I would prefer solution talking therapy, because when we talk about the problem builds momentum, it gets bigger, it becomes the story, it becomes like kind of, you know, the North Star in people's life. Takes over because we could become obsessed with the story and what was or what is. Whereas when we start to talk about, the problem gets bigger. When we talk about the solution, we start to make fucking moves then.
100%.
You talk about exposure therapy, and I've not really heard of this before, but it, you know, the name's in the tin, isn't it? So what exposure therapy is, what I'm presuming you can tell me, is you intentionally put yourself into situations where you feel uncomfortable in order for you to gain growth.
Yeah, 100%.
Love that. Tell me about
100%.
what that looked like for you.
So my biggest problem was busy places, so supermarkets, restaurants, things that were overstimulating.
Okay. Are you an empath?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So restaurants, hated them. Absolutely hated them. So it was almost throwing yourself in a restaurant or going in a supermarket, or like one of the talking therapists told me, oh, when you're in a supermarket, just get a trolley and hold on to the trolley. And I was like, that's not going to work for me. Like, it's not the trolley that I don't need. It's the situation. I need to just get in there, and my brain learned that I'm not going to die, basically. And I feel like with exposure therapy, the only person that can do it is you. You can't have help. You can have support. You can have your comfort blanket person, whether it be your mum, your siblings, your partner, anything. Be there with you so you know it's safe. And if it does get too much, they can take you out of that situation. But it's so important to just prove to yourself you can do it, because you can do it, and it is all mental. And as awful as it is, and I know my brain's rewired in a different way to everyone else's that causes it, and that's never going to change. But constantly putting yourself in situations proves to yourself, but I can do it. Regardless of what my brain's telling me, I've proven I can do it, and I'll survive, and I'll be okay, and I'll walk out, and I've done it. And the joy after doing something that scares you is just unreal. Even if it is going into a shop or going into a restaurant or anything, it just proves to yourself you can do it, and that is the most important thing.
And would you say starting small is an important part of it?
100%. I think if you just dive in the deep end, you could set yourself back quite a lot. I think starting small, so I don't know, if you don't like supermarkets, maybe go into a corner shop and then like a Sainsbury's corner shop, like a bit bigger, and then build up and then go in the deep end. Don't just jump straight in, because it'll be overwhelming, it'll be too much. You'll want to run out of there, and if you do, you're just going to set yourself back 10 steps.
Do you feel like you're a totally different person now at 21 to what you was when you were 16,
100%.
17?
Even my clients say it. My clients that have been with me since the get-go are like, wow, like we couldn't get you to speak.
Wow.
Like when
now
I was
shut the fuck up.
literally, I'd be doing a set in like 2 hours, like mute, like not speaking, and now I'm like chat, and they're like, well, yeah, shut up.
I love this though, because it's brought your authentic, and I can tell you're
100%.
very authentic, Cara. Like, you know, you're very you, authentic. I love that
Yeah.
about you, because we discussed, didn't we, about you coming on the podcast, and I was like, you know, looked at the application and stuff, and I was like, because you are 21, listen, everybody's got their own stories and versions at 21, but I want to know how you speak. And I was like, drop me some voice notes. 10-minute voice notes. She was like,
shut me up.
But this is the thing, and
Yeah.
isn't it interesting that you've grown so much in a few
100%.
years
100%.
through this exposure therapy?
Yeah.
So for anybody that this relates to, go check it out.
100%.
Makes sense, doesn't it? It's kind of like basically in a way that feels safe, in a way that feels comfortable. Get out your comfort zone.
You've got to do it. You have got to do it, and it'll probably feel like you're going to throw up or your heart's going to explode because it's beating so quick. But then that's normal and you've got to do it.
This is so relatable as well to business growth. It's like that. I daren't put myself on my story. I daren't put myself on social media. Use exposure therapy because it's a way of you doing it in a way that feels safe. Okay, so how can we break it down so you feel safe? Maybe you can use a teleprompter, or maybe you can have a few bullet points, or maybe you can just do a couple of videos with text on them rather than speaking to the camera. How can you do this slowly slowly but surely, but to get yourself exposed
and build up
to
100%.
it. Fucking love this.
100%.
Might do a training module on that.
Yes, do it.
I mean, I'm all of a sudden expert in exposure therapy. I've been talking about it for about 6 minutes, but I suppose that the principle is the principle, isn't it?
It's life changing.
Yeah, well,
honestly.
this is the thing. It's like when I first started out doing like coaching and whatever, and I had to record myself on camera. Oh my God, I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% comfortable. I am. I don't give a shit anymore. I do and I don't, right?
Yeah.
It's not something that I'm like, oh yeah, thrive, I love it. I can do it now because I've done it so much. I've exposed myself to the discomfort that many times. Speaking on stage, I exposed myself to this discomfort that many times. And you can think about lashes, brows, waxing, massage.
Yeah.
When you first do these things, it's so uncomfortable and unnatural.
You're so nervous.
But you got to go and expose yourself to it over and over and over again.
You can apply it in any area of your life, literally anything, whether you suffer with anxiety or, like you say, business growth or just life growth. Like for people that don't like flying, you could even do it with that. Go on a flight to Dublin, it's 30 minutes. And then Amsterdam, it's an hour. And then build up and build up. You can literally apply it in every aspect.
I used to hate
of your
flying.
life.
I went on a simulator.
Really?
I was that scared,
Well, that can be step one.
Step one, simulator.
Step one, then Dublin.
Yeah, off to Dublin. Go to Amsterdam, smoke some weed. Woo-hoo, you never know. I don't really promote drugs. So you're at home, you're doing your exposure therapy.
Yeah.
You know, that's really obviously helping you. You then come across quite a difficult personal situation in your home life, don't you? So do you want to talk to us and share a bit about that?
Yeah, so unfortunately, my dad turned to substance abuse. And
Drugs, is this?
Yeah, drugs. Well, drugs and alcohol. So it had been a long road with alcohol anyway. And then it had took a step up and turned to drugs. So it did take a toll on the family.
And your dad was living at home at this point?
Yeah, living at home. Both my mum and dad were. They unfortunately divorced. And then my dad's kind of gone down his own path, and it's taken a toll on the entire family. My business took a backseat. My relationship took a backseat. But it's made me stronger.
How's your mum?
It's made me stronger as a person. She is thriving.
Oh,
I am not going to lie.
Oh.
She is thriving. It was one of those relationships where they loved each other. So they'd been together 20 plus years. I think it's about 24 years. And they loved each other so much and they were each other's safety, but it just wasn't working. And when you get to that point, you just need to leave. Like, they're 50 odd and you've got so many years in front of you.
And she deserves happiness.
She can't sit in a bad situation, and now she's met someone new and she's having the best time of her life. Everyone that sees her says she's thriving. She's loving life. It was the best thing for her.
But so when you're at home, you've got your business at home.
Yeah.
Your dad's gone deeper into his alcohol journey and, with the substances and whatnot. How did this affect your clients coming to the house?
It was hard because I was juggling, trying to keep my dad out of the way, because I'm not saying he was drunk or high 24/7, but when he was and I was working from home, I mean, I was busy. So trying to juggle keeping that part of my life separate from my clients, and it only ever overlapped once, and luckily it was one of my closest friends. So it was
as
okay.
in like they came into the room?
So my dad was home and you could tell he was drunk, and it was not a nice situation to be as a client. Luckily she was so understanding, and I can't fault her.
And
she
how
was an
old are you at
absolute
this point as
angel.
well? Like what, 18, 19 maybe?
Yeah, 19.
So I mean, it's also a big thing for you.
Yeah, 19.
This is heavy shit, Cara. Like, this is heavy shit from...
It's built me who I am.
Well, exactly. Oh, yeah, it's meant to happen.
Definitely.
You've been given this for a reason, and thank God you've chose growth.
I know, because it would be so easy to just...
Get pissed.
Yeah,
black
follow
it
the
out,
steps. Yeah, 100%.
Fuck the business off.
100%.
Yeah,
but I've gone the
course.
opposite way. Like, I don't touch drink. I don't drink at all. Like, everyone calls me a grandma. You see him on a Friday night, I'm on the settee with my dogs, my boyfriend, watching a film, got a takeaway. I am in my element. Like, I'm not a going out person. I'll avoid it. And I just think that's the path for me. That is what I'm meant to do. Everyone always says, what's your hobby? And I say my job. Yeah. And they're like, you can't have your job as your hobby. I'm like, watch me. Like, I will. All my time is work. I love it.
You're so passionate.
I literally love it. It's meant for me. And I'm meant to not be going out drinking or anything, because I'm supposed to be focused on my business, 100%.
Preach.
100%.
Love that for you. Okay, so you've been through a lot with your dad and these experiences. So you eventually decide, I'm going to move from home. Yeah. So how did this plan out for you?
So when the juggling my dad and my personal life and clients came it was running too close. So I thought, right, I need to get out. And there was talks about my mum and dad selling the house. Now they'd split up. And I thought, well, it's not going to be around long anyway. I need to start looking. So I thought, right, I work well on my own. And I thought, I want somewhere that's kind of just me. So I found a Sunbed shop up the road. And I thought, perfect. I'm the only beautician. Everything else is a Sunbed. I went and met the owner. And I actually moved in there. Like, I did not expect to find somewhere so incredibly quickly. And it was amazing. Like, I literally just moved in and I met some incredible girls that worked there and I loved it. But then I moved on again.
Okay.
But yeah, the Sunbed shop was amazing. It was a good bridge.
Yeah,
it was definitely a good bridge because I needed somewhere that was obviously not at home, that was still close. I wasn't ready to go into a salon yet because I'd seen the bitchy side of the salon world and I thought, how can you gauge going into a salon thinking, is it going to be like that again? Like, you know, I don't want to go back into that, so I thought I need to find somewhere where it's just me or me and one other girl. So that's why the Sunbed shop was so appealing. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So you've moved into another place now?
So I moved into another place now. That is a salon.
Okay,
they
cool.
are lovely to be
And you're
fair.
loving it?
I'm loving it.
Good.
I mean, I'd love my own place, don't get me wrong.
Course.
I mean, I did...
Girl, you're 21. Jeez.
This
you
time,
carry on like this.
honestly,
the world's your fucking oyster, whether you're 21 or 51, but
well,
still.
exactly. I actually, a couple of weeks ago, went to sign a lease on a place, my own place. And I was signing this lease and I was reading it and... He put a load of hidden fees in the lease and I pulled out.
Oh, good. Well done,
and he said, oh, you're the only one that's ever read this. And I thought, do you think because I'm a beauty girl and I'm young, I'm not going to read it?
That's exactly what I thought.
You can hide all these extra fees, and just thought I'd sign away and off I go with my own place. And I thought, thank God I read that and backed out.
Well, you was meant to.
100%.
So it's in that, and how did you take that? Because a lot of people would have really been like disheartened and, you know.
So I try and stay positive.
Good.
All the time. It was a bit of a kick in the teeth because
you were so close.
I'd planned it. I knew where everything was going to go. I'd designed it all. All my clients, I was like, this is where you park. Like, everyone, your next appointment's here. Like, I was so excited. And then, obviously, I had to pull out and I had to go back and tell everyone, I'm like, oh, sorry, everyone, we're not going anymore. And, but I just thought, do you know what? Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
There is a reason this hasn't happened. I would rather have pulled out than be stuck in a bad lease with a million other fees hitting me every month and maybe feeling swamped and pressured and stressed because extra money and like the pressure to get people in and everything. And I just thought, you know what? It was meant to be. I wasn't meant to be there. As excited as I was, it was not right and something better is coming.
Fucking love that.
So, yeah.
There's always value in this mantra. Everything is working out for me.
100%.
Everything is working out for me.
Yeah. 100%.
Even when it doesn't feel like it, everything is working out for me.
Definitely.
Even when I feel deflated and defeated, everything is working out for me.
100%.
Even when I pin my hopes on something and I've got my dreams pinned on something and it falls through, everything is working out for me.
There's
always a reason.
100%.
I'm glad that you've seen it that way because a lot of people would have been really disheartened. And also, do you know what? Something better's coming.
100%.
Whether it's now,
100%.
few months, years, whatever.
Exactly.
Relax into it, trust into it.
100%.
Something better's coming.
I'm literally just waiting for the universe to go, here you go, Cara.
And do you know, because you've got no resistance around it, and do you know, because you're kind of so optimistic, it will land probably quicker than it would for most people, because it's when you add the resistance and the what's missing and that lack energy that we hold things away from us for longer, but also when it's meant to be.
Exactly. It wasn't meant to be at that time, and it's going to come.
I love that. Love that attitude.
Comes.
So you have also started your own training and your own lash brand. What inspired that for you?
So I've always loved helping people all the time. So I've always wanted to do training, and I thought, you know what? This year is my year, let's do it. So I did my training, teacher training, and I thought, let's go, let's do it. I see a lot of girls, as you must see through the industry, start and stop. Like, they'll do a month and think, oh, not getting clients. You know, they expect to come in and be rich within a month, and it's like, it doesn't work like that.
68% of beauty businesses close in the first 12 months.
Really?
68%.
Wow.
Big.
And that's what I want to stop. That is what I want to stop. I want girls to walk away, or boys, feel confident, know what they're doing. They've got access to me 24/7. So
can we change that? 24/7, nah.
12 hours, that's it.
No fucking way, 24/7.
So if you
There's
have
no
a question,
flex in being available 24/7, girl. I'm going to teach you that young.
Right, okay. Love that.
They can have access to you, but
They
not
can have
24/7.
access to me.
Not unless they're paying you 10 grand a day.
I love that. So any questions, you know, as they walk away, they're like, oh, not sure about that, message me. It's fine. We can sort it. Any problems that you think, oh, I've had a client come back to me, message me. I've probably had it. We'll come to a solution and it's fine. Because the second someone gets a bad client, they go, right, can't do it, done, leaving, had enough, selling up, like, let's go. And it's like, no, all us lash techs that have been here 5 years, blooming heck, we couldn't count how many clients we've had come back and say, oh, this has happened or this has happened, and you just need to know how to deal with it. And I feel like if you're set up with them tools and you feel confident enough and you're not sold a dream, like, I'm not going to tell my girls, right, you're going to walk out here in a month, you're going to be absolutely breaking it in.
Yeah.
It's, you know what, you could do, but the chance of it happening are slim. And it's that, you've got to be realistic.
Yeah.
You've got to know that you're setting yourself up for a journey and it's not going to be easy. And although social media makes it look like we've all got our shit together, we have not. So it takes time. And I feel like I want to help people actually succeed. There's millions of people in the world. There's plenty for us all. A lot of people come into the industry and go, oh gosh, I can never do lashes. How many lash techs are there? Like, and how many people are there? There's enough for us all. There's enough people to go around. 100%.
Love that. So you just training lashes, or is this home-based or online? Or?
So this is at the salon.
At the salon, sorry, yeah.
At the salon, I am getting an online course up and running, and I am branching out into brows and LVLs and everything soon, so that'll be released. But yeah, so just lashes are available at the minute, but I'm hoping by the end of this month, push next month, everything else will be up and running.
Okay. What advice would you give to younger people coming into the industry, or maybe people that are just coming into it, you're not even necessarily young, but they're coming into it for the first time?
Be resilient and just keep going, because there is a million times that you're going to think, can't do this, I need to quit, I need to go back, I need to get a monthly wage, I know the safety net, I can, you know, you got your pension, you've got your holidays, and it makes life easier, but don't. Just push through. Give yourself a chance, because at the end of the day, you're just going to sit there making money for someone else. Put your energy into making money for yourself. Even if you do part-time, you just got to keep going, because it's so easy to give up. I mean, you probably still get this now, and I get it, where some weeks you think, right, I've had enough. Like, everything happens at once. You think, I've had enough.
I'm quitting.
Yeah,
I'm out.
Too much. Like, I need to leave. But
I'm going to sell foot pictures. Got great feet, you know.
Oh,
cute toes.
Use them.
Shave my big toe now, though. Got to that age, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm not at that age yet. I'm all right.
Yeah, you've got a while, you know.
But
my
yeah,
daughter fucking pointed out, by the way, a big black hair on my face the other day. Like,
oh, I bet you're mortified.
Yeah, well, I'm not that mortified, because my other sister's got, my sister's got a huge laser machine, and I will go and use it. So
get it.
It's not going to be there forever, but yeah, I'm growing a beard. Anyway, back to you. What would you say the biggest lessons are that you've had so far? Do you or your team want to train in a new and popular beauty treatment for as little as £99? Whether it's lashes, brows or facials, adding a new service can mean more clients and more money. With Beginner Beauty Courses UK, you can train for as little as £99, all from the comfort of your own home. Get instant access to their online accredited courses and train in treatments like lash lift and tint, classic lash extensions, beginner facials, massage, Russian lash extensions, and more. You'll get full support from your tutor, private WhatsApp chats, and lifetime access to easy to follow tutorials that you can rewatch over and over again. Click on the link in the show notes and train in a brand new in-demand beauty treatment today.
Life lessons through business is you've got to be resilient in life and in business. And I think that's the biggest lesson. When life keeps throwing things at you, you can't let it put you down, because it's so easy to just let life get in the way and stop your business and stop you in your tracks. But I think the biggest lesson is believe in yourself. Keep going. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can definitely do it. Even if it's hard. Even if you want to scream. Just keep going.
Yay.
Definitely.
Well done you. So what's your future plans?
So future plans is focus on my training, focus on my lash brand.
Yes, you bought a lash brand out as well, haven't you?
So my lash brand is my little baby at the minute. Like, I love it. But it is
hard to
it's
do.
a
Yeah.
hard life.
I had Danielle from Doll Beauty come in, and she was so open and raw and honest. Like,
yeah.
because I think that people think I work in this industry, so I'll be able to sell it really easily. But what they don't realise is your Lash clients are not your Lash brand
it's a whole
ideal
new
audience.
Clientele. It's a whole new audience.
Yeah,
like
Sarah who comes for an infill every 2 or 3
Isn't
weeks
gonna be
is not
buying
going
my
to want to
lash
buy
trays
your
and my
lashes.
lash glue,
So you got to have
definitely.
another social media, another business, another bank
100%.
account, another corporate company, another plan, another set of goals. You've got to. It's running 2 companies.
100%, and it's so difficult, but I love it. And
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly. The passion is the thing that's going to drive you.
100%. I mean, I spent over 2 years finding the perfect lashes because I'm so picky. And I thought, I, as a lash tech, know what we need and I will find it and I will put it out there. And I've done the same with glue. Like, I've only just released my glue because it took me that long to find a glue that I loved. But you've got to, I'm a perfectionist and I absolutely love making sure that it's right. I don't want people using my products and think, oh, these are all right. People will get my lash trays and think, this is what we've been looking for.
Love that.
And that's
so
what
if you're new to the industry, I mean, even if you're not and you want to support Cara's little business, I'll link all of your socials and everything like that in the show notes. You've been an amazing guest, Cara. Very inspiring. You've been through a lot in your, I mean, I know it's 5 years, but it's still a short time in the industry. I've got massive, I'm so excited to see where you go. You're one of my members in the members club as well. So you've been with me for nearly a year now. What's been the most valuable part of my training that's made the biggest impact on your last 12 months?
Definitely the self-worth section and the motivation section, believing in yourself, everything that works on you. I feel that's
growth.
That's what sets your training aside, because you see these girls training and teaching and coaching and it's, you know, what can you do to build your business? But in this industry, you are your business. Your business is you, and you're the thing that sets it apart from the million other lash techs or a million other aesthetics practitioners out there. And you have to make sure you're at your best to then build your business. So it helps massively, 100%.
70% mindset, 30% strategy, baby.
100%.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, absolute pleasure. I'm excited to watch you. I'm going to keep on stalking you, keep on holding you accountable. In every event, I'll have you at a retreat one day.
Yes, definitely.
You've got huge potential. Huge potential. Not just because I'm not just saying that because you're on the podcast. Like, genuinely, you can see your passion for the industry. You can see your passion for what you do, your clients. You've got so much time ahead of you. You really can be special.
Thank you so much.
I believe that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cara.
Thank you.